A cry for help from state psychologists, not just for their patients, but for themselves.
It took a judge threatening to hold the state in contempt in November before the state health officials addressed a growing caseload and dwindling staff. KITV4's Catherine Cruz has the story.
Well, two former mental health chiefs are rallying on behalf of their staff. State psychologists fear the department could be sued over a situation some are calling a chronic crisis.
It's a situation at courts across the state that staff psychologists say are putting those arrested for crimes and the state at risk. The state can't keep up with the number of court-ordered mental health evaluations.
The biggest fear that I have is that we have individuals that desperately need treatment who are not getting addressed.
Kennedy is coming to the support of former staff psychologists who are under a crushing workload. The state admitted the caseload has increased 46% in the last 5 years. Last year, a staff of 4 handled 1,443 court-ordered evaluations. This year, it has only 3 psychologists to do the work. Kennedy helped to get the state out from under a federal lawsuit, and at the time felt the health department needed at least 7 examiners.
In this particular situation, thinking specifically about helping 3 individuals plus the clinical staff respond to a pile of work where they do not get overtime. They are even told they can't take vacation. Imagine what that's like when you committed yourself to the system for 25 years doing this and no one is listening.
Support for the staffers' plight is coming not just from 1, but 2 former bosses.
These evaluators are long-time veteran evaluators. They know their stuff. They're conscientious, they're dedicated, they want to do the right thing.
It took 2 judges to threaten to hold the state in contempt for excessive delays in completing the mental health evaluations to get action. A complaint filed by staff psychologists last month pointed to 2 delays. One where a woman stayed at the Hawaii Correctional Center for 4.5 months for a charge that would only result in a 1-month sentence. In a second case, a woman at OCCC who waited a similar length of time reportedly went on suicide watch because of the stress of being incarcerated.
I understand the concern about the delay. We take it very seriously, and we've been working hard to try to get the delay down and reduce the backlog.
Bertovich says in January it began hiring private psychologists here on Oahu to tackle the backlog. They handled 76 cases so far, and the program may have to be expanded across the state.
We think it could be helpful, again, maybe for Big Island and Maui courts, so that we've got some more flexibility in getting evaluations done there in a timely way.
Of concern is that the state of Washington lost a lawsuit over wait times similar to Hawaii.
I think Hawaii is in real jeopardy of seeing some pretty drastic changes. It would be pretty easy for a class action lawsuit, in my opinion, to be brought, and you'd hate for that to drive the system because there's a lot of good people and a lot of good work that's being done in Hawaii.
Now, at its highest, the state had a backlog of 50 cases in 1 month. The state says it has managed to reduce that by 1/3 to 1/2. It hopes to add 2 more staff physicians this year as part of a long-term solution.